All right, welcome back to Down to Earth with Kristian Harloff. So this was a story that came out a couple of days ago, but I haven't had a chance to really discuss it, talk about it, and I wanted to. And this is pretty interesting in general. Ryan Graves, who was one of the whistleblowers on the hearing back in 2023, esteemed pilot who has just really been an advocate for trying to protect pilots more so than anything else, because there are things out there that they're encountering. And this is a claim from Ryan Graves that Ross Coulthart talked about on News Nation not too long ago. But apparently there was a collision between a private jet and a UAP. So let me play this clip from, it's a short clip from Ross Coulthart talking about what Ryan Graves has heard.
Ryan Graves, the former fighter pilot who runs the Americans for Safe Aerospace organization, has revealed he has sources who've told him about an incident that took place on the 11th of December when a Gulfstream jet collided with an unidentified metallic object at 27,000 feet. It resulted in engine failure and an emergency landing. Now, if that's not a national security public safety concern, I don't know what is.
So he ain't lying. Ross Coulthart is right. I mean, if that is indeed the case, again, it's a bit of a cover up there if that happened, and we're not hearing about that at all. But the idea that there was a private jet that collided into whatever this metallic object was, didn't explode, but it caused an emergency landing and it shorted out the materials, whatever it is. I think that it just proves more and more of the case that Ryan Graves has made, that there's not enough protection out there for pilots inside of this, and that if this is something more so than if there is information as far as what these things are out there, and more private jets and other things have a risk of hitting these things, and they don't know what they are and they don't know what to be looking for. It's a problem all in itself. If it is a foreign entity that is able to do this to aircraft, again, as Ross Coulthart said, a big national security problem. So the other side of it is the same old thing we say every video. Why is no one else covering this? That one of the guys who was testifying is hearing this. It should be a big story. Well, the good news is this, at least. As of right now, things can always change. I am scheduled to have Ryan Graves on this show within the next week or two. And I will be asking him about this, what we're talking about right now. I will be asking him about a great many things. A lot of other things that he's talking about out there. He was very involved with getting information out about what these things were in the sky in Jersey and things that he was hearing. And he was asking a lot of questions. So that's really what I want to dive in with him and ask him things about. But this is very important. Like, what is this out there? And this is like something floating around in the sky that you don't know what it is. And you imagine you're just a pilot, you're flying by and then you hit something or something shorts out. The anger that is there when I think about this subject, it's getting greater and greater. And I think it's just because the people in charge of all this stuff just really, A, think that everybody are a bunch of idiots, and B, that we'll stop talking about it. And it does seem like look, kudos to guys like Ross Coulthart and people that are in the media that aren't giving this up. George Knapp, Jeremy Corbell, people who keep talking about it and keep getting the word out there, because they want them to be quiet too. They want them to stop asking these questions of what these things are and reporting on it. And it's just been this bad secret for the last 70, 80 years or whatever it is. But this is the fact that something collided with this object and we still don't know what it is. As he mentioned, this is a big problem. And it also you start to wonder, like, What happens if there's private jets or other things that crash into these things in Jersey? Or is that the same type of effect? It's causing emergency landings and whatever it might be. Like, what's the actual report on these things? The actual report. There's been reports after this whole thing went down. Who was reporting on this in general? That's what I want to find out. What was the actual scenario here? And was it leaked to Graves and all that? So there's so much more out there that's happening that we're not getting the word on. So that is why I feel like it's also why I'm very excited to talk to Ryan Graves and get some more information about this and other things. But I just think that there's so much more that we don't know, guys. Anyway, what do you think about this subject? Do you think this is something that we should know about? This is something that you heard about. What do you think it was? What do you think in general? Like, the fact that Ryan Graves heard about it, is that something that maybe, raises a flag to say, hey, wait a minute. They went to Ryan Graves to tell him about this so he can get the word about this because they're trying to cover this thing up again. What say you? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know. Thank you for all the support. As always, please comment, like, do everything that you need to do. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for being here. And if you want to support the channel, you can do that by becoming a member today, subscribing, obviously, or check out our wonderful sponsor, Tile. Here you go. Do you know how much more peace of mind I would have if I could proof everything in my life? Well, think about it, like awkward proof family reunions, candy proof, my kids' taste buds, procrastinate proof, my to-do list, all that stuff. Well, you may not be able to proof everything on your life, but with Life 360, you can family proof your family. And this is true. Life 360 is a location sharing app that makes family life easier. Knowing where everyone is at any given time makes coordinating daily routines and activities a breeze. I love Life 360. It's so easy. I have it for everything. I can track my kids. I can track my family. I can track everybody. My dad's getting older, man. I make sure I know where he is at all times, what's going on. And it is so easy to use. I lose keys all the time. Correction, I used to lose keys all the time. But now, I don't have to. I'm telling you, with whether it's your phone, your keys, your remote control, it doesn't matter. Life 360 does what you need. My wife finds her phone all the time. I find my keys now all the time. Life 360. Life 360 puts the location of your people and all their stuff right in the palm of your hand. So family proof your life with Life 360. Visit life360.com or download the app today and use that code DTE. Why would you do that? Well, you get 15% off. Life360.com, code DTE.